This is Ezekiel 7 verse 19. They shall cast their silver in the streets, and their gold shall be removed. Their silver and their gold shall not be able to deliver them in the day of the wrath of Yahweh. They shall not satisfy their souls, neither fill their bowels, because it is a stumbling block of their iniquity. Giving all praise to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua Ba'ashem Rakakdash. Double honor to the elders of Great Millstone. Shalom, Labakarium, Shah Yasharallah. That's peace to the hopeful election. The grape kept amongst the clusters. The ordained seed to be saved up out of here. As you can see the title, the luxury watch market is collapsing.
Hey, what's up guys? John here. Rolexes and Petit Philippe watches are getting absolutely devastated right now. Markets are crashing, and the second-hand market, you're seeing these watches drop 30, 40, 50% in just the last couple months. It's unbelievable because we've seen massive price appreciation all throughout Rolex, especially Daytonas, Petit Philippe Nautiluses, APs. We're seeing all of these luxury watches, a lot of these desirable watches, just desperately trying to find a buyer. For example, I recently purchased the Rolex Daytona green dial, a watch that everyone is very familiar with, this watch here, and I bought this watch for a really good price at the time, and now it's probably, and if I were to have sold it, say 2 months ago, I probably would have doubled my money, but I did not want to sell the watch. I wanted to buy this watch to hand it down to one of my sons. And now the watch is probably worth what I paid, right? That's probably what it's worth. But it's unbelievable because what's ultimately happened here is we've seen so much money get sucked out of the market, whether it be crypto stocks, all different asset classes, all this money getting pulled out of the market, and people are they're scared. They don't know what's gonna happen next. But I'll tell you what I think is gonna happen next. I think we're gonna see a lot more blood in the luxury watch market. And I think we're gonna see so many people continue to sell watches as times get more challenging. Inflation continues to roar, job insecurity continues to deepen, and we start to see more challenges. So take a look at this. Crypto meltdown claims Rolex and Petit Philippe as victims. For example, the Petit Philippe 5990, which is a classic watch, a beautiful watch, or the 5711, what we're seeing those valuations in the $300,000-$400,000 price range, especially the gold models. And 2 years ago, they were 120 grand, 130 grand. They were still expensive, but they were not anywhere near what they're listed at today, right? And why think that watches were such a huge, bubble? Why do I think that this bubble really grew? Well, I think for a couple reasons. One is it's a sign of wealth and status. Two is you can take custodial ownership of them. And three, I think that ultimately these watches will hold more value than the US dollar for the next decade. There's no doubt about it. I think the dollar's in really, really big trouble, but I think a lot of things are going to change in the next decade. For example, I think we're going to see our world move much more digital. I think we're going to start to see cryptos really rebound. Not all the projects. I think a lot of them will probably go under. But I think we're going to see, we're moving into a digitalized society. Blockchain is going to be huge. Crypto is going to be huge. NFTs are going to be absolutely huge. They're going to be absolutely huge. Right now, people are, kind of scared, or they think NFTs are, they're maybe overblown. But what I think is that NFTs are going to really dominate over the next couple of years. And
No, they won't. No, they won't, John. It's over. He don't know what's going on. He does some serious reporting. This guy's lost in the sauce. Revelations 18, verse 11. And the merchants of the earth shall weep and mourn over her, for no man buyeth the merchandise anymore, John. The merchandise of gold and of silver and of precious stones and of pearls and of fine linen and of purple and silk and scarlet and all thy wood and all manner of vessels of Europe and all manner of vessels of most precious wood and of brass and of iron and of marble and canyon, and odors, and ointments, and frankincense, and wine, and oil, and fine flour, and wheat, and beasts, and sheep, and horses, and chariots, and the souls of men, and the fruits that thy soul lusteth after, and departed from thee, and all things which were dainty and godly are departed from thee, and thou shalt find them no more at all. This is the end of the story. This is how it's going to end. So this is the beginning of the end. Rolex watch, the baguettes, the Audemars. Everything is dropping in Great Babylon. Shalom.